Hey up, it's Ollie here from eelpyeaudio. Hope you're all doing very, very well. Today in this video, I want to talk through my mix bus processing and what I do on a mix bus. So let's get straight into it. If you watched a previous video, you might recognize this track. Let me just play one of the choruses for you. So this mix isn't finished. However, I'm not one of these that puts stuff on my mix bus. At the end, it's always on straight from the start. And as you can see, this is my mix bus here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lump in this rear bus as well, which I've done a video on. Check that out. It's a fantastic technique. I use it all the time. It really does add some life into your mixers, but I'll get into that in a minute. So my mix bus is really, really simple. I don't use any compression or anything like that. All I'm doing is, and I'm trying to aim for an analog sort of sound and feel to the top of the mix. So the first thing that I do is I use a Pultec emulation. Now this is the UAD one, Universal Audio. However, for the longest time, I did use two other free plugins. So the first one was obviously the Pultec emulation that comes with Logic, which can be found in the Vintage EQ collection, and it's the Tube EQ, this one here. And then I switched over to Analog Obsession Rare, but now I use the UAD one. I really like the UAD one, to be fair. The Rare plugin, which is what it's called, from Analog Session, is really good as well. So check that out. It's free. So if you're not using Logic or anything like that, check it out. It's a really good plugin. So this is the first thing that's on my mix bus. All this is doing is adding some low end, and it's adding some top end as well. So I've got this set to 60, and I believe on a Pultec the numbers don't actually correlate to dB, decibels, but I have this set at 3 anyway, just for reference. This can move around a bit, maybe 4, and then I go to the top end, and I have the bandwidth set at 7, which is pretty broad, and I boost it by 4. That's pretty much it, and I have the frequency set to 10 kilohertz. So with this on, like I say, it's adding some top end sort of shine, which is really nice on the Pultec, and some thump in the low end, which again is a really nice sort of curve that is in the Pultec. I'll bypass this in and out. So yeah, just adding a tiny little bit in there. It's subtle, it's not meant to be in your face, but I really do like how this sounds. And then the second plugin on my mix bus is a lovely tape emulation plugin. So I'm hitting a tape machine like it's getting printed off to tape. And I do this on all the mixers, just because it's great. And a lot of the records that I listen to, that you are probably familiar with, a lot of them are printed to tape, and the sound, and I've got that sound in them. So this one here, I'll flip between two plugins really. This one is the Tape Machine 440, which is based off, in case you're wondering, one of the very famous Ampex tape machines. I'll flip between this one and the J37 from Waves. Show you what I'll do on the IK Multimedia one, which is this one. So it's on, and I'll use I've actually using a preset here, 440 finish one. I like how this one sounds. And all I'm doing here is I'm just playing with the input to make sure I'm hitting 0 dB on the VU meter. Let me just increase the size of the plugin for you. So let's go to this chorus.
String
and that's getting a nice tape sound now. And that's pretty much all I do on the mix bus. I leave everything else to the mastering engineer. If you know my thoughts on mastering engineers, it's another dark art. So I'll quickly show you the J37 as well. There we go. It's as simple as that. That's all I'll do. And I think, you know, you can copy that if you like. You might see a lot of other videos with different techniques on mix buses. Some people don't put anything on the mix bus. I just like doing this and getting that final bit of analog feel to the track. And like I said earlier, I'll quickly mention this rear bus. So this is essentially parallel compression for the entire mix. I've got a video on it, how to set it up and what it's doing. But this pretty much is also goes hand in hand with these mix bus processors up here. So all I have on this is an 1176, and it's actually in dual mono, so I'm compressing the left and right signal separately. However, you'll see that the settings are exactly the same. It's just so that if there's a spike on the left side, you know, there's it's going to target that independently to the right. It's not going to pull everything down. Yeah, and I just blend this in underneath, which I'll show you now. So hopefully you could hear that it was adding some beef and some glue to the mix while I muted and put it back in. But yeah, that's my that's my mix bus techniques. Feel free to copy them. Hope you found this very helpful. See what works for you. But yeah, this is what works for me. Hope you've enjoyed it. As always, please leave a like on the video and subscribe. Feel free to get in touch as well. But yeah, that's my mix bus technique. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.